Hello dear friends, we are discussing about the second paper of botany, which is as a plant physiology BO 232 paper second. In a last year in a FY BSc you are going to discuss of the botany paper first and second, which is with the semester first and semester second. This is semester third. In this semester third we are going to discuss about the plant physiology. Then in this plant physiology there are two credits, as the credit first and the credit second. In this credit, in the credit first, as the introduction to the plant physiology, absorption of water, ascent of sap, and the transpiration. These are the 4 points. Today we are discussing about the introduction to the plant physiology. The unit first as the introduction to the plant physiology. Question arises, what is plant physiology? Plant physiology is the most challenging, dynamic and the modern discipline of botany, which deals with the various metabolic processes and the pathways in the plants and the microbes. That is, the various functions which are performed by the plants. There are various functions. Start from its germination. When we sow the seeds get germinated. It starts to form the plumule and the radicle. Then how the plumule and the radicle is formed. Then how it get forms in the large trees. The large trees are formed after the seed germination. Then this seed germination to the large trees. There are so many processes, like as how they synthesizes their food in a photosynthesis. Then how they created the energy, how they transform the energies, that is the respiration. Then there is also synthesis of the fatty acids. So many. Then how they are take part into the cell division, how the organs are formed. Then various, like as the smallest seed, when it get converted into larger tree, they produces the roots, then the stem, leaves, then the flowers and the seeds again. Then all these functions or all these processes, these metabolic processes are carried out. And here in case of the plant physiology, the study of various functions performed by the plants. Then the plant physiology deals with the study of the organization and the operation of all the physiological, biochemical and enzymological processes. Physiology is also called as experimental botany because of so many experiments are performed by the plants, and hence the plant metabolisms mainly they are classified into the catabolism and the anabolism. It is studied under the plant physiology, which is concerned with every aspect of the plant life. First of all, how they use the solar energy. As we know that the solar energy can only trap by means of the plants too. Then how they obtain and distribute the water and the nutrients to the other parts. First of all, the process of the absorption of water. By means of the absorption of water, how they intake, how they absorb the minerals from the soil and how it is transported to the various parts of the plants. Then how they distribute the water in the various parts. Then by means of the absorption, then the distribution, and also not only the water distribution, also the nutrient distribution too. Then how they grow and how they develop. That is the growth and the development, both processes are different. Then the growth, how they achieve the growth and how they show the development. Then how they respond to the environment. Then we know that if we grow the two twinkles at two different locations, those are environmental difference. Then if we go one in the North India and another into the South India, the twinkle shows the differentiation between them in their external appearance because of the environmental factors. Then how the plants respond to the environment. Another thing is that those plants are growing in the xerophytic conditions, those are growing in a hydrophytic conditions, and those are growing on a terrestrial, but also in various locations, like as those are in muddy places, those are in the arid zones. They show differentiation, that is how they respond to the environment. Then how they produces the flowers, fruits and the seeds. I do know that the basic thing in case of the living organism is that the reproduction. Then for the process of the reproduction, there is a necessity to form the flowers, fruits and the seeds. Then how the seeds are formed, then how the seeds germinate and forms a new plant. Then this science essentially finds applications in the fields of, particularly in case of the biophysics. As you know that the movement of each and every plant is different. Then they also shows the physical appearances between them. Then the biotechnology. Nowadays, whole world is concentrated on the biotechnology because of, as you know that the BT cotton, then the BT genes, then these BT genes, then also the nitrogen fixing bacteria can be involved. Also the agrobacterium tumefaciens, they are involved in the development of various crop or the crop improvements. Then the biochemistry. Nowadays, due to the corona, whole world is suffering from such a virus. Now the biochemists, they also working on it and to find out the specific remedial measure on it. Then the molecular biology, anatomy, cytology, genetics, all these things, also the ecology. As you know that pollution is a big problem, and this big problem can be solved with the help of the physiology. And hence the next topic is that the scope and the applications of the plant physiology. The plant physiology shows various branches, like as they shows the relation with the phytochemistry, that is the chemistry which is in a plants. Phyto means a plants. Then which type of chemistry is find out between them. Then we discuss about it. The leaf color. Whenever the first leaf is formed, they show the pale green in color. Then in few plants they shows brownish in color, in reddish in color, but later on it converts into the dark green in color. Then why? Then also the cellular interactions between them. How the water molecule, those are absorbed by the root cells, it is transported towards the leaf cells. This is the cellular interaction. Another thing, the molecular and the cell biology. The molecular biology means they itself indicates that the molecule, then DNA and RNA, we know that the DNA is responsible for, DNA and RNA is responsible for the cell division. Then the cell biology, various like as the mitochondria, then the chloroplast, they plays an important role in it. Then also the plant morphology, the morphological features of the plants. As we know that in a plants, they shows morphological features like as leaf shape, then stem, plant height, then seed color, seed shape, then environmental interactions between them, how the environment factors are affecting on the plants. This is studied by means of the scope and the applications. Then it shows the applications in case of the biology. Then also it shows the applications in the morphology. Particularly we discuss about the plant evolution. As you know that plant get evolved, and nowadays they are reaches up to the highly advanced groups of plants. In the last decades, we know that the plants can flower and they choose fruits after 10 to 20 years, but nowadays we are with now single year. Then in a genetics, how we change their genetic abilities, then molecular biology, then their taxonomy, all these things are explained with the help of its scope and the applications. And hence the plant physiology is showing its more scope and also applications in various branches of the botany. Thank you, my dear friends.